Good morning, everyone. It just clicked 9 o'clock. So, as promised to myself, here I am. I want to start by calling in the light. And you're in for just a moment, some few moments of me being present, me sharing what really is in my heart to share. And the best way that I can do that is to really allow myself to be present with spirit and to call in the light for myself and for all of us just now. So I'm going to do that. So just now I really invite all of you that are watching this recording and anyone that has joined us live this morning, welcome. I also want to welcome and acknowledge my beautiful husband that's sitting just a few feet from me, and my beautiful dog Phoenix that's at my feet. But in this moment, I invite us all to relax and to really take advantage of what a gift it is to be able to, in this moment, completely relax. And I do that best by focusing on my breathing and truly becoming aware that through our breath, we can completely clear our energy field. And I'm really going to inspire each of us in this moment to do that. So whatever it is that you need on the in-breath, maybe it's more space, more time, more peace, more love. But whatever you need on the in-breath, really receiving it, really feeling, experiencing, really allowing more of that in this moment. And as we continue to receive that that's our call, that we want on the in-breath, also for a few moments, focusing on letting go. And really taking advantage of, through the out-breath, through that conscious intention of breathing out, we can let go of anything that's in our energy field that we're ready to let go of. So for a couple of breaths, really breathing out and consciously letting go of any tension in the body, any doubts, any fears. Just anything that's ready to be released in this moment. And so I am going to call in the light for ourselves just now, but I'm also calling in the light for our dreams, for our love in 2019. And you can use this as a really powerful visualization and intention setting process for this year if you choose. But I'm actually going to walk us through the Allowing.Love process as we do this. So in this moment, I invite you all, however you would, to clearly communicate to spirit, to the abundance of spiritual support that works with you, to ask for the highest good for 2019. And if this isn't something that you've ever thought of, or this is something that you do every day, or if your experience is somewhere in between, I ask that you consider that there is an incredible energy that is continually supporting you, continually guiding you to your highest good, to your highest dreams, to your greatest love, your greatest success here on this planet, just to your highest love, your highest joy. And as much as we can continually ask for the highest good, that plan, that energy, that loving, that is invisible and that is asking always to support and to guide us, that in this moment for 2019, we do powerfully ask for the highest good. And as we really allow ourselves to let go and to consider that perhaps there is a highest good that is on track, that is on purpose, and that all we're doing here in our moments and in our days is to truly let go of anything that would be in the way of that. And the more that we can relax, the more that we can enjoy this present moment, the more we will be aware of how Spirit is profoundly guiding, ushering, nudging, showing us the way to all that's in our heart. And so in this moment, as we've anchored this time clearly into an intention of the highest good, of working through that whole Spirit, that essence of unconditional loving that is the truth of who we all are, I'm now going to ask that we each receive, however we do, one dream for 2019. And I'm really going to ask that you play with this thing called receiving, right? We all know what thinking is. We all know what it is to kind of go into our mind, our headspace kind of up above our head, and to think, to create, to manipulate something. But from this place of a still inner knowing that our highest good is waiting for us. I just ask that you move your intention, you move your focus and your awareness to your heart, to the middle of your chest. And actually the middle of your chest is where your spiritual heart is. That you move your focus there. And that in this moment you allow yourself to receive. So that means not thinking, not going and trying to find something, but just allowing something to pop in. And I really encourage you to allow that to be whatever it could be. It could be something very specific, something very physical, but it also could be something that's really invisible, something that's just a feeling or an experience or an intention. So however you would in this moment, just really ask for your highest good and ask for whatever one dream is on track for you for 2019. And now just receive, wait, listen. And I'm going to do that just now. And I encourage each of you to just open your hearts and receive. And you may be aware that what pops in is something that on some levels you don't want, right? But deep inside you know that this thing that comes present actually is quite scary and quite a challenge, and something that's going to ask a lot of you and ask you to let go of some things that are comfortable in your life. So I encourage you that if something that pops into your mind is also something that's a little scary or a little uncomfortable, I ask that you breathe and really allow yourself to be aware of what's for your highest good and to trust yourself. So next, the opportunity that we have is to really allow ourselves to feel this experience. And I'm just going to let all the emotion that's come present for me on my dream to be here, because it's my experience and I don't ever want to turn that off. I don't ever want to turn off my sweetness or my vulnerability. And so I've just learnt to talk through it. So in this moment, this dream, whatever has come present, if it's physical, if it's invisible, whatever it is, you have a profound opportunity to really feel it. As if it were alive and present and just fully real in this moment. So for the next few moments, really feel this dream. Feel it in your mind, feel it in your heart, feel it in every cell of your body. And if there isn't some level of this dream showing up for you physically, like maybe it's so peaceful that it drops your shoulders just a little and really helps you relax and let go. Or maybe it brings so much joy that a smile just pops effortlessly onto your face. But however you can in this moment, really allow yourself to feel your dream. And keep feeling it. Open your heart a little more if it's yet to really show up for you physically in some way in your body. Great job. So in this moment, we're now going on to doing just a little bit of self-forgiveness. And I love the quote that I often share with clients that Marianne Williamson has brought forward. And she shares that forgiveness is the greatest contribution that we can make to the healing of this planet. And from another profound spiritual teacher, my spiritual teacher, John Roger, has shared that the power of self-forgiveness is our key to all forgiveness. So the fourth step in this Allowing.Love program is just to do some really easy and simple self-forgiveness, and it's something that I do every morning. So I'm just going to encourage us all to do a little bit right now. And so it isn't something that we do by thinking. It's something that we do by just allowing whatever comes present, following this very simple, beautiful sentence, which is, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that. And whatever comes out of our mouth, we say that. So I'm going to do a little bit out loud. You could do it inwardly, or you could do it out loud if there's no one around you to be concerned with. So I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that I'm not worthy of having a baby. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that I am ridiculous and silly and crazy and that I shouldn't be doing this. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that we don't all have this profound inner light that's taking care of us and loving us and continually ushering us into our greatest love and our greatest success. So I'm going to give us a few moments of silence just to, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that, and then completing that sentence. And so just complete whatever sentence you're on. And I'm inviting us all to really now, from the energy that's been stirred up, from what's in our consciousness just now, to really springboard from that into our truth. So I'm going to ask that we each allow 3 statements of truth. And the truth is that I am exactly where I need to be. And the truth is that I am, and you'll just complete that, however naturally, effortlessly through your heart comes present. And the truth is that I am doing my best. And the truth is that I am just so grateful for my life. And that is often the most perfect setup for the fifth step of the Allowing.Love program, which is just really anchoring our consciousness in our gratitude for our life just as it is right now. Because I don't believe there is a better tool for creating, manifesting, really allowing our big next dreams into our life, more than being profoundly aware of how perfect and how grateful we can be for all that we have right now, for how perfect and beautiful and full of love and perfection our life is just as it is right now. So I encourage you to inwardly or outwardly really claim for you just now that I'm grateful for my life just as it is right now. And I encourage you to do a few statements of gratitude, whatever comes present. I'm grateful for my beautiful husband. I'm grateful for my practice and the abundance that's come to me through the work that I do. I'm grateful for, and whatever comes present, just a few of those. Alrighty, so just wrapping up that gratitude, and I am going to wrap up this very unconventional Allowing.Love version of calling in the light. But I am really asking all of us, whoever is tuned in live just now, and for all of you watching the recording, I ask that in this moment we be aware of how we are connected to so many on the planet. And I actually want to extend that connection to, I want us each to consider in this moment of how we are connected and in love. Of how we are connected to every other soul on this planet. And I'm just encouraging each of us that's present right now to really feel that. And I'm going to ask that we each expand that connection, that experience that we have, to how fully connected we are to Spirit, to all of the angels, the archangels that support us, to all of the masters of light, the travelers, the Christ, just those beings in spirit that support us, and just how seamlessly and infinitely connected we are to that energy, that support in spirit. And I'm going to ask that you send your light and your love to all that you love. And I'm going to ask that you open your heart to consider that all that you love is every soul on the planet, because that is your truth. And I'm also going to ask that you send your light and love to the abundance of spiritual support that is just shining down on you, looking at you, loving you, and that you thank them. You really thank them. And now I'm going to ask that you receive the love, the connection of those that you love, your family, your friends. Receive it just now. And if you can, open your heart and receive the love. That is the reality of all souls on this planet. You could be aware of some love coming in from people that you thought weren't your biggest fan. But I encourage you in this moment, if any of those beings, those souls, those people come into your consciousness, to open to your ability to receive their love. Because their truth is that they unconditionally love you. That's the truth of every person on this planet, is that their heart, their soul, is that we all unconditionally love each other. We do have personalities that do a great job at getting in the way sometimes, but our truth is that we love each other. And so in this moment, I'm just going to ask for everyone present just now that these dreams, whatever's come present in terms of wants, wishes, prayers, intentions, incredible soul-led dreams, that they all be taken up into spirit. And however you would take your beautiful, precious dream, and what I do is I kind of just throw it up, and I kind of not visualize, because I don't really see, I just kind of feel or sense, but I just feel God kind of catching my dream, right? Just feel love, spirit, whatever word you use for this invisible energy of unconditional loving that keeps all things moving and flowing and working. Just throw your dream up into Spirit's arms. Because it is our job to let go, continually let go of being responsible for working towards bringing it present. It's already in your heart. It's already on track. It's already what Spirit wants you to have. Your job is just to relax, enjoy the present moment, and just allow God, allow Spirit to bring that dream forward. So as much as we continually let go of our dreams, right? Detach, let go, put them in the arms of Spirit, in the arms of love, and just be present with here and now. Feel it, receive it, and be guided in synchronicity, in the small moments of coincidence, of perfect timing. In my experience, that's how we will most easily and joyfully bring forward that our soul is asking us to receive, the biggest, the greatest love, the greatest and most powerful success on this planet. And so for all of this and for all of the support that we all have through Spirit just now, I say so profoundly thank you. And so it is. Alrighty. So this is clearly nothing that I planned to get into, and it was really my clear intention this morning to come and be present. It was my clear intention not to plan, not to prepare, but to show up. And I did have a moment on New Year's Day that I felt was really an invitation from Spirit to share with you all this morning. And so I do want to go into that in a little bit because it's really one of my keys. But I guess the biggest key that I do want to share is that spending a little bit of time each and every morning connecting into why we're here and tying in what you want, right? We are here on this physical world. We do have beautiful beings that live physically, emotionally, and mentally, and we want stuff, right? We want to feel a certain way. We want to experience certain things, and really embracing what those are and really like igniting our lower levels into those dreams for the highest good, always anchoring our mornings in the highest good, and spending a few moments feeling that, right? What came present for me again was the dream of a baby. Can't tell you how many times I've let go of a dream. And I wish I could communicate effectively that this crazy experience that I have that looks like tears, that looks like sadness, is just the spirit moving through, and it's kind of like a cracking open, a joy. It feels really good right now. But it's an experience that is one that I receive when I'm fully in the present moment. And I can hold it back, right? I can hold it together. I can suck it up, but I choose not to. I choose to really let myself go and just blah. And actually, that's really one of my most powerful gifts in my coaching practice, just encouraging everyone to not hold whatever's present back, to not suck it up, try and hold it together. The moments of emotional upset, the moments of us just having emotion or something flood our body, like start to break us apart in some way. They're all for us. And if we just let go and allow that energy to come through, sometimes it can start to come through like pain or hurt or sadness. But if we continue to let go, not recycle the story, recycle the sadness, but continually let go. Just let this energy have its way with us. In my experience, it always leads us to this profound, sweet feeling of love, of connection, of joy. The kind of love and joy that we feel. It's crazy, it's never happened this much before. When we see someone get married. And we cry because that love just breaks us open. Or when we watch a Disney Pixar movie, right? It's just that love that breaks us open. And I can't encourage this world more to allow ourselves to be broken open through our feelings, through our emotions, and that includes through emotional upset. And so that brings me to this beautiful experience I had on New Year's Day, where I just woke up feeling shitty, right? I got back from Australia a couple of days before, and I just love my family. There's so much. So it's really hard to come back. And so I woke up on New Year's Day not being present to that, but just being aware of how uninspired, how I didn't want to get out of bed. And so instead of making myself wrong or judging myself that, oh my God, I should be this inspired, amazing, like positive person, and I've got this great life and I've got so many things going for me, right? I didn't try and spiritually bypass or like positive think my way out of my genuine, present experience of I feel shitty. And I really did what I often do when I have a really profound, just irrational, emotional experience. And that is to dialogue. And this is the one key that I really want to share, or what came present as I was communicating with some of you via email. But when we feel the shit hit the fan, right? We feel we're upset for whatever reason, irrationally. We just don't feel great. We feel hurt, angry, frustrated, bored, uninspired, but it's just a feeling that's very overwhelming. I'm just going to claim it for myself and share what I do. And I get out my little pad and pen that I always meditate with and prepare with, and whenever this happens, I grab it and I simply have a dialogue between my highest self, my unconditionally loving self, and this part that is feeling whatever it's feeling. And so in that moment, I just started to write me, right? And I just started to write how incredibly shitty I was feeling, and I just let myself have at it, right? Instead of sucking it up, ignoring it, trying to feel better, trying to be aware of how great my life is, I just let myself fall apart, and I became really aware that I was sad and that I was missing them. And I'm not going to get into it too much because it's my private process, and honestly, it would actually just take quite a while. But I heard myself, I saw myself, and I really comforted myself, right? And through that process of going backwards and forwards, I feel shitty, everything sucks, I don't want to get out of bed. Oh, I hear you, Zoe, I really hear that, and that's okay, right? I hear you, I see you, and I love you anyway, right? Because genuinely, when we're upset, I don't think there is too many more powerful things that we need other than I really hear you, I really see you, and I really love you, right? Like often when someone's upset, we want to fix it, we want to change something, we want to make it better, right? But that's actually, I don't believe, what emotional upset is designed for. That's not the time to figure something out or solve anything. There is just an experience that's working itself through the consciousness. There are misbeliefs, misidentifications that need to be allowed, felt, and moved through the consciousness. And we do that best when we just go, yep, okay, accept, I see this, I hear it, right? And it's okay, I love it. And so I do that for myself. And then invariably, I'm always, well, most of the time, I'm aware of some key judgments, some key misbeliefs that are really at the heart of this sadness, this hurt. And the biggest one I was aware of was, and I go into this in terms of self-forgiveness, and I'll show you a little bit about what I did. It was just simply, I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that my family is not here and now. I forgive myself for buying into the misbelief that we're not close, that I can't be with them, see them and feel them all the time. Because honestly, I do. I have had a pattern of ignoring just how much I love them. And so I don't want to feel that hurt or that pain. But in that moment, I felt that hurt and that pain of missing them. And I got to see how actually my ignoring it and avoiding is actually creating me not Skyping them, not actually being with them, right? I could talk to them every day if I wanted, right? The technology that we have means that I could see them every day if I wanted, right? And so I really, more than that awareness, I really just energetically felt lighter, and I just feel closer to them now, right? It's hard to put into words the quality of that experience, but I really just got that sadness on New Year's Day was not against me. It wasn't a shitty thing that I just had to endure. It was a profound gift from God, from Spirit. I was ready to let go of this small misidentification, this small misalignment that I had inside, this confusion that my family weren't close. And so through my emotional upset, I was able to see, oh, wow, I'm living in a perspective, in a reality where my family aren't completely with me here and now. And as I forgive those misbeliefs, as I release those judgments and those illusions in my perception, in my reality, the sadness lifts, the hurt lifts, right? Because all I'm left with is the love and the closeness. So, I've just been so profoundly called to do this, and I've struggled and resisted this for quite a while, but it was my experience speaking in Toronto, where I just, it's a very selfish thing being on that stage and having an amazing experience the week before of when I was going through this idea of script and slides and perfectly preparing what I was going to say. And I was practicing this speech quite a lot. And I just felt whenever I would do it, it would just fall flat. And that me focusing in the mind, me trying to remember or say something perfectly was taking away my biggest gift, which is me being present, alive, and in love in this moment. And so I took the just ridiculous opportunity just to completely let go of my script and just be present, alive, and with the audience, connected, and just share from my heart. And that's why I'm showing up every Thursday morning in January, because there's something that happened for me in that moment of I just felt alive and connected, and there was an experience in my body where I was just so aware that, yes, if I do let go of everything else and just allow myself to be present right here and now, Spirit has the best plan, right? Me sitting at my desk or my computer and figuring out what to say, or even me trying to plan my life, figuring out what's my plan for 2019, what's the plan for the rest of my life, me sitting at a desk and trying to figure that out, in my experience, is never going to be as beautiful as the one that Spirit will give us in the present moment. And I'm reminded in this moment of a quote that John Roger has, which is, Spirit meets us at our point of action. And that's why I created the Allowing.Love process for me initially, because I'm a very planning, preparing, goal setting, achieving, pushing, ambitious kind of person, right? And I just realized that was pushing me into severe stress and pushing through the ego. So what I needed was really to every single morning let go of all my plans, all my ideas, let go of all my dreams, but for this moment, for this day, what dreams in my heart, what's on track for me today, right? And I receive it, right? And the incredible thing is that often there is a pattern that forms. Often, even when I let go, right, the same thing starts to come in. And when you completely let go, and the same dreams, the same intentions, the same projects, the same ideas keep coming present, it truly does start to feel like, oh, wow, this isn't something that I want. This is something that Spirit's asking of me, right? I have so many people tell me that, oh, I would do anything. I would have the courage to do anything if only God would come down, sit before me and say, this is what you're meant to do. This is what I'm asking of you. This is what I'm going to support you in doing. And yet we have that. But it's only in this present moment. And I don't believe that we do it once for the rest of our life. I believe that we have to continue to do it. And doing it every morning is a great start. And sometimes I get out of balance throughout the day, and so I do it again. So I do encourage all of you to use this incredible Allowing.Love process. I continue to receive emails of people that I don't know, but that have found it online and have taken my 7-day free meditation, and they're starting to have a relationship with themselves and have a greater belief and courage in their dreams, and they're really starting to see them show up easily and effortlessly. So I encourage you to use that free gift. I'll put a link below to how to download that, and I know that there are a bunch of people watching right now that are already very familiar with it. So I encourage each of you to use that as you're called. And I also encourage us all to expand into our own unique version of that. Because I really do believe that I created this for me first and foremost, and it's created a lot of value for others. But I do believe that if you continue to show up for yourself in your connection with spirit consistently, you will be aware of your own unique way. And I really encourage us all into that. So it's starting to feel just a little calm inside of me. So I'm clear and present that it's time to wrap up. I just love all of you so much. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much for allowing me to be as ridiculous, as beautifully ridiculous as I am. I really appreciate it, and I wish for all of us an incredible 2019, and I invite you to join me next Thursday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific. I'm excited to see what shows up for us again. No planning, no preparing. I will just be here. And if you have any questions, I would love to hear that, because I would love to really serve. So if you have any questions that you would like me to speak to, I would love to support you in that way. Have an incredible day, guys. Love you, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.